Beautiful people.
What? No?
Now I'm starting the intro, bro.
How's that?
Beautiful people. It is cold. It is cold, bro. Like, for real.
Sweater weather.
Rock fans, you understand what nonsense he just said. Anyway, yeah, but do you know, like, there's a name to, like, this weather type.
What?
It's like the SMBJ weather.
Huh?
The SMBJ weather.
The what?
Like the single man like I swear this makes sense. I know it sounds hella sus, but like I swear this makes sense. Like umesikia baridi to the extent like unatema like one of your chicks is
No.
like like out of just and then you're like
what the fuck is that?
I'm feeling violated by the weather.
I never had none of that.
Ever?
None of that.
Ever?
No, sir.
Back with another video for you guys. Yeah, this one is about basically HIV, and it's a sensitive topic. And yeah, depending on whatever you said in the title of this video, you might or might not have an idea about what's happening, what's going on. So, Mr. Title Reader.
Why I infected multiple Kenyan men with HIV? Yes, sir.
It's by Tuko. Tuko is a Kenyan platform, which is basically like Kenyan news, and mostly like I've seen most of that shit on YouTube. Like I haven't seen it like TV based, I guess. And for me, they have more interesting news, just to be honest. So shout out to Tuko. Yeah.
Kiki Wangendo. Yes, sir.
You got it this time.
Mimi Lynn sikuenda nikaokota, si ndio? Nilienda nikaipata through sexual act. I did not know by then I should wear a condom. Condom was nothing to me then, so I never knew what condom was. Luckily I never got pregnant your time when I became sick. Yeah.
Okay. Hizo siku maybe ukiwa na client kabla ulale na yeye ulikuwa unamwambia uko na AIDS?
No.
Kwa nini?
Kwa sababu there's a time I dated someone who's kind of prominent. Not dated, it was a one night stand. So akaniambia mimi nataka tupimwe, na hata tukishapimwa azina alikuja na hizo test kits na condom. So venye alikuja nazo tukapima, yangu ikakuja positive, yake ikakuja negative. Na sasa hapo ndio unaombaga Mungu si miracle tu ifanyike, at least one line in front of this man, you know, but it came out two yake moja. But we had sex with a condom. So at the end of the day Lina si kwa ubaya, I cannot be your keeper, si ndio? You know, you do not know me, I'm not related to you. You want to have sex with me, why don't you wear a condom? And if not wearing a condom, ask me for a test. If I'm comfortable, if I'm not comfortable, let's wear a condom. Yeah.
So una feeling wanaume wanakutumia?
I feel like the safest way really is using a condom.
Hey,
if you don't know this person, first of all, you guys are not in a relationship, and you're relying on, not even for me, birth control, no, for me, it's just a no. Just use the condom, bro. Use it. It's gonna save you a lot of hassle. I don't
all that nonsense until you wanna hit it raw.
Doesn't make sense. It's not. I want to say it's not worth the hassle.
It's not worth it.
It's not worth it. It doesn't make sense. It's not worth the hassle.
What?
No. As to whose responsibility is it? I think like ladies. I feel like they have control over their.
Over them?
I get things happen and you can get a child or not. But you should have control over whether you get accidentally pregnant. I don't know if it's the right word.
Like, okay.
Like
in copacetic terms, like general situation, the lady has the power out of like what will happen.
Yeah, whether
like
you guys
if she
are,
decides you're getting down or
not
not,
having sex,
bruh,
you're not having.
you get out I do
and ideal, of course, in
an ideal situation.
not other circumstances.
Not the other circumstance, yeah.
So una feelingi wanaume wanakutumia ama mnatumiana?
Kitambo I would say walikuwa akinitumia, and even right now, as long as Lynn, you're not giving me money, why would you sleep with me? At the end of the day, nyumba yako si unanunulia bibi yako kila kitu and the house is paid for. Mi unakuja ulale na mimi kwangu kwa nyumba yangu. You do not even leave anything in my house. How do you expect me to feel? At the end of the day, I'm paying rent, I'm paying electricity, water, everything that I do, I use money. But you come, you sleep with me, you just leave me like that. Whether ndio tumetumia protection, but at the end of the day, my friend, si mi uenda kazi ndio nipate pesa ya kulipa bills zangu. Why would you come to my house and use me and not give me?
That's what the problem is for me. Like, you're not getting anything from what? This is what sex involves two individuals. Once you decide to have sex for pleasure, both of you are getting pleasure. It's not like I'm using you, then I pay you unless it's professional. You get what I'm saying? It's professional sex work.
But like at the end of the day, sex is both like energy involving and emotionally involving.
Exactly.
So like in the same sense, like you bring that sense of emotional involvement from your side, and then at the end of the day you pace back to your kosher family and whatever, leaving her there alone with nothing.
But now
so, like,
that is the
cheated.
issue. The issue is this from a side chick perspective? If it's from a side chick, because if you're a professional like sex worker and the guy is coming to you and not using a condom, and then he gets HIV and AIDS, sasa wewe umejiingiza mashakani peke yako.
Anything, you know. Yeah.
Ulikuwa umeniambia the reason unataka kukaa kwa hii kiti ni wanaume wajue your status, and they stop approaching you. Kwa nini?
Kwa sababu mimi ninakuaga na shida ya huku chini. Unaona hata hizo time zote nikijiuza, Lynn, nilikuwa nikijiuza nikiwa dry. I used to use, lazima ningetumia lubricant even with huyu mwenye alinifungulia ya kinyozi, nilikuwa na lubricant mingi kwa sababu as in mi sinaga yetu ya wasichana, I don't have, so I'm not interested in sex.
You don't feel anything?
No. And then also, kutoka ni breakiwe virginity, I always bleed. Hata kama kuna hiyo time ya periods, but mimi kama leo asubuhi when I went to the washroom nikijipanguza, nilitoka na damu.
Ushaenda hosi na wanasemanga aje?
Nilienda hosi juzi, akaangalia akasema hakuna kitu, so I don't know.
So medical reports zinasemanga you okay?
Huyu wajuzi mwenye aliniona Kenyatta alisema ati niko sawa, cause alichungulia angalia kama kuna growth or anything of that sort. Yeah.
Kuna watu wengi wawezi kaa kwa hiyo kiti
I feel like this is like one major result of
a sad consequence.
Yeah, it's a consequence of.
It's a sad consequence.
It's a sad consequence of like what she was engaged in, and whatever. And this brings about that whole sex ed topic.
Exactly.
Like, bro, honestly speaking, like even from our perspective, we don't get that the talk, and like when it's there, it's so shallow. It's vague. It's a bit vague. Like honestly, like the person who started talking to me about this stuff is this guy. So like, for it's that we should eliminate that. Can I call it a stigma? Can I call it a stigma on sex ed?
Sort of.
Like that shameful sense of talking about this stuff, because like that's when you result in people going out there to find out for themselves. And honestly, I haven't seen a situation now that looks pretty one bit. There is a lot of damage that happens to that person, to the people they interact with,
And it taints on your view on sex is being used as a tool rather than, you get what it's intended. Now sex to her is now nothing. It's totally nothing. There's no safe space to talk about sex and the things you need to learn and the questions you have growing up.
And what sex means.
Yeah.
What sex means.
You just grow up having a distorted notion of what sex is or should be. It messes you up at some point. So,
if you're in that situation where you can't have that conversation with your partner, or you feel you can't, try and change that yourself, because otherwise this cycle will just not be broken.
Gaya siku hizi watu wanasemanga wajianike hivyo. Kuna watu waezi kaa waseme hata I'm HIV positive. What do you think the outcome of wewe come out in public itakuwa? Ama unaona wishi yako ni nini ukisha come out?
Come out of public, I would say I really struggled taking my meds, even with my friends, even with when I had my sponsor or people around me, because hiyo unajificha ukimeza. I wanted kuachilia you. And then another thing, Lynn, I have friends. Rafiki yangu akuje tukosane tu kidogo. Kwenda huko na kazi yako ni kusambaza ukimwi, na saa hizo sija come out. Wewe niambie, what will it do to me?
So unasema iliambiane story yako kushinda watu?
Yes. Let me talk about my story. However you will take me, take me.
Okay. So
there's personal stigma still attached.
So like, okay, that's the end of that video. And it's a short clip. There's like a larger
version,
on their channel. You guys should go and check it out, give you more perspective on her story and stuff. So basically, where she's come, by the way, first of all, like your cat mama, that's a good job. Like, I see you have a barber shop.
Yeah.
So like, she's coming from a place of basically no parental support, or she didn't have the parental support she needed. So she was hella misguided. And this is not me bashing her or anything. This is just me sort of describing the situation she was in. And I think that disclosing your status is key.
It has to be a must.
It's key.
It has to be a must.
It has to happen. I'm not saying that you immediately, get HIV and you have to say that you have HIV.
No. To this, I'm talking about
this
to
is
people who you're about.
You're actively with partners and stuff.
Yeah.
You have to disclose that shit, bro.
Not to everyone, but to the potential partner.
The potential partners, because this is actively endangering them. Like serious, like lifetime type of thing. Coming to that, it wouldn't even be about the stage of wearing condoms. Even though I'm strapped, bro, I need to know.
Yeah.
I genuinely need to know. This is not the moment of me telling you, will be like, imagine your case, but your onset of you finding out whatever happened to you and you contracting the virus. Like, why would you want to pass that on to someone else?
Yeah.
Why? How does that help or solve anything? You're just genuinely you're making shit worse. So that being said, I do believe responsibility should be on both parties when they engage in, sex, finding out how the other person is healthily or whatever. Be like, bruh, that is on both parties, both the man and the girl.
Share responsibility. Yeah. Exactly. You can't just be blind to the fact that there are these things out there.
Yeah. Obviously, it's a hella sensitive topic, and some people will immediately bash you for having such conversations, yet there are conversations that need to be had.
Yeah.
And that doesn't really solve anything, bruh. Because, at the end of the day, we're trying to kill all the stigma around sex ed, all the stigma around HIV, and HIV, people living with HIV.
To do that, you need to have conversations, openly.
Conversations, and you need to be
uncomfortable topics.
You need to be educated on HIV and what goes on, regardless of whether you have it or not. The importance of getting tested if you're active. The misconceptions that are associated with
with
HIV and stuff. These niggas are people, bro. They are not different in any way. They're just living with HIV. And I do personally feel that if you're not ready to disclose that shit, then you shouldn't be ready to lay down with anyone, bro. That's just what it is at the end of the day. So
it comes down to personal responsibility.
And like I said, we might not be at the best position to internalize and sympathize.
We don't really know what they are going through. It's impossible.
Yeah. So for that part,
that's a bit of a caveat. We are just giving our opinions on the issue.
So for that part, we have somebody in the building who's about to, slide some knowledge, peep some knowledge to y'all. So we got Miss Sadie in the building.
Hi everyone, my name is Sadie Breezy, in the place to be easy. And I'm an HIV victor. So I'm a young person who's living with HIV. I was born with the virus and I only got to find out at the age of 14 at a school trip. So yeah, that's pretty much what happened. We went to the school trip. There were people from some other organization who were doing HIV tests, and I went through because I was so naive in my thinking, and I was just like, but I'm just 14 and I'm not having sex and I'm not dating. So let me just go through, have this HIV test for the sake of making memories, for the sake of sounding smart, when I come back home and saying, one thing about me, I know my HIV status, and that is how I got to find out about my HIV status. It took me a while for me to get to a point where I could speak about my HIV status. Firstly, to my family, I think I only started disclosing like 6 months after finding out. And I only started publicly using my social media platforms to speak about my HIV journey about 4 years later at the age of 18. I'm 26 now. So I do acknowledge the fact that my journey has not been easy. It definitely has not been easy. Having to navigate through mojolo, through puberty, through everything, and just feeling like, I don't know how I'm going to make it out of this thing. So my message to a young person who just recently found out, or a person who knows their HIV status and they are still finding it hard to make sense of everything, I would just like to say that, listen, I understand what you're feeling, I know what you feel, but I'm also here to let you know that HIV is not something that is meant to determine your future. It is not something that is meant to limit your life. It is life-changing, I'm not gonna lie, but it is not life-limiting. And once you get to a point where you recognize the fact that yes, life might never be the same for you, but you still have your life. You literally still have your life, and once you're on your treatment, you literally can still live a normal life like anyone else. So I just need you to know that I love you, I care for you. Please get on treatment. Please don't try to escape that route. Don't try to find reasons not to be on treatment. Those pills work. I saw it with myself. They have worked out for me. They've worked out for a lot of people. There are so many people who are living with HIV. You are not alone. I love you. I'm here. I'm always here for people on social media. If you'd like to hit me up, if you'd like to talk to me, or just follow me and I guess look at my journey, please follow me. I'm on Twitter and Instagram at Sadie_Brown. I'm also on Facebook at Sadie Brown. I'm also here on YouTube. I'm Sadie Brown. So I hope the boys will link down all the links to my profiles on their description down below.
Oh yeah. It's already down. It's down below.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I love you guys. Bye.